We just closed out our books for August, so let me take you through some of the numbers. So first, the income. What do we charge out to clients? So first we have services. This is mostly just our big balloon installs. So we charge out $22,302. And then for our e-commerce, which is our DIY balloon kits, our grab and goes, our helium bar, that totaled $28,045. And if you add the two together, we charged out $50,348. Now we have cost of goods. So these were the supplies and goods that we needed to create this income. So for balloons, we spent exactly $5,000. For supplies, it was $1,388. And if you add these two together, it was $6,389. So if you take our income and then you take the cost of goods sold, our gross profit is $43,959, which is looking good, juicy, and healthy. But as always, that's not what your girl's taking home. So, okay, we've got a big one this month. So our expenses, what are all the things that it actually takes to run a business that plenty of people forget about? So first off, we have our ads. As some of you guys know, about 3 months ago, we hired a Meta Ads expert. So our ads are very expensive right now. We're actually talking about maybe scaling this back. We've been super happy with the guy who does it, but honestly, it's just really expensive to market, especially heading into Q4 with holidays. So we will be scaling this back. This was very intentional on our end. So all in our ads was $10,755. The Meta Ads expert, just to pay him and his company, was $3,400. And we spent roughly $5,000 on the Meta platform, which is both Facebook and Instagram. And then we spent $2,000 on Google. Meta is purely selling our DIY balloon kits that we ship nationwide, versus Google is specifically Dallas-based install. Then we have Opsin software. So this includes our software subscriptions such as Honeybook, Canva, things like that. But the majority of it is actually our shipping costs. The way Shopify bundles it, we just can't separate it out. So that's why this number looks very high. But that was $3,727. Our rent was $3,501. Payroll, this month there were 3 pay cycles, which is why it's a little bit higher, but it was $17,815. Meals, this includes every Thursday we buy the entire team lunch, and then we also pay for lunch when we're out on jobs. That was $710. Utilities is $654. Vehicles was $1,260. And then we have sales tax, which is $1,839. So if you add all of those together, it's $40,262. Now we have to take our gross profit, which is almost $44,000, and then we subtract this just over $40,000 number, and our net income is $3,696, which I know you're probably looking at it and you're like, Brie, how the hell do you charge this much out? But this is all that you're left with. Guys, it's really expensive. That's part of the reason that we're talking about decreasing this number, because this is obviously very, very high. And then the other thing too is going into Q4, which is the last 3 months out of the year, ads start becoming even more expensive because it's the holidays and so many businesses are marketing at that point. And realistically, us as a small business cannot keep up with that. Focusing more on traditional marketing. And then once the new year comes around, we'll look at starting this back up again. So I hope this helps.